Here is a 4.5 minute preview from the Nutrition and Supplementation section on chemicals and ingredients in foods that you'll want to avoid.
The next one on the list is high fructose corn syrup. Now, high fructose corn syrup is, of course, a very cheap sweetener that started to become popular in the 70s. It has a number of deleterious health effects. It raises blood sugar levels to extreme levels, causing an outpouring of insulin, weakening the pancreas, contributes to type 2 diabetes, as well as adding size to your waistline, because again, the way it works is that anytime you have sugar in your bloodstream that's not immediately used up by your muscles, it's very quickly converted and stored as fat in the body. So most people are eating things with high fructose corn syrup while they're sitting home or sitting at work and they're not moving. So you're eating this causes a spike in blood sugar. The muscles are not utilizing it up because you're not really doing anything physical, and it gets converted into fat and stored on the body. So again, this is a major way that high fructose corn syrup contributes to obesity, diabetes, and just, of course, with the increasing weight comes a whole host of other health ills and health problems. High fructose corn syrup is put into everything from soda to all, again, almost all of your packaged and processed foods. Why? Again, because like hydrogenated oil, it's cheap. It increases the profit margins for the manufacturer at the expense of public health and your health as well if you're consuming these products that have this in it. There are a number of stories of people who have avoided just these two chemicals alone and greatly improved their health and also lost significant amounts of weight as well. The next one on the list I want to briefly talk about is monosodium glutamate, or MSG. MSG is very, very dangerous. It is listed as an excitotoxin. And what an excitotoxin is something that causes the cells, especially the brain cells, to rapidly increase the metabolic rate to the point where they die prematurely. So it causes premature cell death. I don't have to tell you how bad that is, especially with brain cells. Every time you're consuming something with MSG, you're slowly killing your brain at a more rapid rate than normally occurs during your normal aging process. Now, the trick with MSG is that the FDA has allowed the food manufacturers to list it as a number of different names on the label. There are at least 25 different names that are listed as MSG. So if you look for MSG on the label, you may not find it, but you may find autolyzed yeast extract, spices, and all kinds of other tricky names that they use. Definitely want to look this up further to be aware of those names on the labels and avoid them at all costs. So always pay attention to those labels. Even if you're eating and buying your food at an organic or mostly organic food store, they still will slip them in sometimes. So you really can't trust any manufacturer at all, and you must always be on your guard and be alert. Take care of your own health and take charge of your own health. Read those labels and avoid these chemicals at all costs, no matter what you do. You want to limit or eliminate them completely from your diet and from consuming them as much as possible. The next thing that you want to avoid and be aware of in the labels is refined sugar and refined salt. Now, these two ingredients used to be healthier years ago before they started to take out all the nutrients and minerals that are in them. Refined sugar is something you absolutely want to avoid. And sugar in general, really, even if it's organic sugar, it's still not really a healthy food at all. It's more healthy, or I should say less destructive, than refined sugar. But refined sugar is definitely something you want to avoid at all costs, and the same with refined salt. Refined salt, or your typical white table salt that's sold everywhere today, is about 98% sodium chloride. But true sea salt is only about 82% sodium chloride, with the rest taken up by the vital trace elements and minerals that are contained in it. Now, one of the best ones is Celtic sea salt, and even though this is much more expensive, this small shaker is about $8 or $9. It lasts you a long time because you only use a little bit. That's what's great about this. You just put a few of these flakes on your food, and what's great is it doesn't give it a salty flavor, but it raises the flavor of the food up, which you can definitely taste. It's actually a secret of professional chefs around the world. One of the reasons why their food tastes so good is because of utilizing sea salt, and Celtic sea salt in particular is one of the more pure ones that you can get. It's just sun-dried and put right in the bottle after it's cleansed, and that's it. So you really notice a difference. Now, what's also important about this is it's one of the last true dietary sources of magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that's deficient in virtually everyone's diet, especially if you're living on a packaged and processed food type diet. It's absolutely critical for the proper functioning of the heart. Many people, even athletes who have these sudden heart attacks, many times they find that their magnesium levels are virtually gone in the body. And magnesium is absolutely critical to the proper firing of the heart, as well as maintaining acid-alkaline balance in the bloodstream, and a number of other positive health benefits, overall immune boosting, and much more. So magnesium is definitely something you want to make sure you're getting into your diet, and utilizing sea salt and only eating things that are made with a high-quality sea salt, like Celtic sea salt or your Himalayan salt, is absolutely a great way to help make sure that you're getting magnesium in your diet. Now, you can also take the magnesium supplements as well. I tend to do both.